Hey, what's up everyone? How you guys doing today? I hope everybody's awesome. Thank you for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. We're about to get this question and answer stream going, so if you guys got questions, feel free to ask. Maybe we'll have a couple of answers. If you're super lucky, maybe, just maybe. Alright, let's get this off of the screen. Goodbye, starting soon. Let me get my camera adjusted a little bit there. Alright, there we go. Ba-bam. There's my ugly head. Alright. Let me check something really quick. One second. Okay, so how is everyone's day going? I hope everybody's amazing. I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll here. That's looking good. I can turn myself down slightly. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I see Mary B. How are you? Mary B says, I'm so early today. You're definitely here right on time. Okay, so Progipad mobile player, how's it going? You got a Condor. I'll tell you what, Condor is actually really nice. I like the Condor a lot. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Condor. It's really fun to play. That's the main thing. That's the main thing about the Condor. It's super fun to play, actually. I always enjoy it. Bruce, nice to see ya. How is your day going? Alright, Project Pad says, I don't have the pilot of the Ducks. Alright, so the Ducks pilot's always nice. I mean, one thing about this game, you can always throw some other pilot on it for a while if you need to. I mean, it kind of sucks spending the resources to do that, but it's always an option. It's not easy. Unfortunately, it is not easy whatsoever. Not easy whatsoever to get pilots for all of your robots. I wish it were. Kent says, super background, Condor looks good. What's up, Kent? How you doing today? Draco, what's up, buddy? He just got a Raptor, Samjock, and Ravager. Oh my god. Oh my god, you got some good stuff there. Alright, so for the Raptor, just about any weapons that do good damage at close range will work. There's a lot of different stuff I play on the Raptor, and I really enjoy it. So there's a lot of great weapons. I mean, like the Mogwin type of weapons, that family of weapons is good. Any type of shotguns will be really good. Now this is kind of a weird setup, but for some reason I still really like this. But a Subduer and 2 of the Atomizers. For some reason, I have a really fun time playing those on the Raptor. But there's a lot of good choices. For the Samjock, you really want some like Mogwin type of weapons or shotguns that unload quickly, because honestly, you want to come out of the ability, get a couple of shots off really quick, and get back into the ability. You mainly want to let that thing's body, he drops on the ground and shoot people. I mean, you could run no weapons on the Samjock and you could still beat people up. Now, when it comes to the, what was the other one you said you got? Oh, Ravager. So on the Ravager, there's 2 sets of weapons I've really enjoyed. Number 1 was pulsars. I was tearing people to pieces with pulsars. Or of course the if you happen to have the oh my gosh, I suck at thinking today. What is that weapon called? The regulators. If you happen to have the regulators, that's really good. What else have I tried on there? The Ravager, like the disciplined family of weapons was really good on the Ravager. The Cheyenne type of weapons, those ice grenades, those are really good on there. I'm trying to remember if I played atomizers on there or not, because I think the atomizers would probably be pretty good. I can't remember if I tried those or not. But you want something that does a lot of damage from a distance, really. Draco, what's going on, man? He says, I don't have the latest weapons, which are level 1 like Howlers, Bogwins, but my older weapons like Havocs Mark II and Redeemers and Scourge, which I really don't want to remove, but they don't compete. Yeah, Scourge isn't really the greatest, but I mean, Havocs are fine if you're in like a one-on-one fight, but when you get on the team fight, the Havocs just have too long of a reload time. They're definitely playable, but you gotta be really careful with those on the reload. I mean, unfortunately, it's not easy to get the new stuff, right? You can't just go out and get the new stuff all the time. Now, I was just watching one of Lottie Rose's videos earlier, and almost all of her robots are playing old school weapons, and she plays nothing but Ravens. You know what I mean? She's a free-to-play player. She's got like 15 Ravens or something. I mean, she does great with old school stuff. You just have to really be good and play it well. Bruce says, enjoying watching your channel. Thanks, Bruce. But, you know, the new stuff is much easier to do well with, but there are people out there that can play the old stuff and just rock out with it, so you got to find stuff that you like playing, that you do well with, right? You got to find the right combination of robots and old school weapons for yourself. But not everybody has the new stuff, right? Not everybody has the new stuff. So sometimes you just got to play what you got and make the best of it. We got Nitro Duck. What's going on, buddy? All right. Pathfinder said, I upgraded the Pathfinder. Wish I had gotten some advice. I put Scotty weapons on it. And it goes down. Okay. Pathfinder is a support robot. So what you want to do is help your team stay behind cover, stay in the back, hit people with that ability so your teammates can kill it easily. And when there's a team fight going on, kind of stay back behind your team and fire into the crowd of robots to help your team kill stuff. Pathfinder is an excellent support. So if you're not, if you like playing support, you can make the Pathfinder work. It is kind of squishy. Now, I think if you happen to have the Friezo drone that helps it survive a lot longer, the Friezo drone definitely adds some durability to it. Make sure your pilot skills are mainly for durability. That'll also help a lot. But I actually like the Pathfinder. It's fun to play, but yeah, it does die easy. These days, most things die easy, though. The amount of firepower we have on the battlefield is redonkulous, and most robots go down like a ton of bricks nowadays, so that's just something to keep in mind there. Mary B says, I got scammed by war robots. I'm not sure that's a scam, but it does suck that you need upgrade tokens to upgrade an ultimate weapon or an ultimate robot. I'm not sure if it tells you that. Unfortunately, you've probably never seen one of our videos about that. There's a lot of us YouTubers who mention those type of things here and there. Is it a scam? No. Is it unfortunate and lousy and crappy that you have to put upgrade tokens into a robot or weapon? Yes, it is. But it does suck. It's about 1 billion silver, and I think you need, what, like 3 or 4 or 12 upgrade tokens? I'm not sure how many it is, but you need a couple or several. Oh, Draco does have the new weapons. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. I read things wrong all the time. But yeah, I mean, Howlers and Mogwins are great weapons. I mean, I would definitely put some of those on there. Only problem is you never know when they're going to rebalance something. There's probably going to be another rebalance coming up pretty soon. It seems to me like about every 6 months they're doing a rebalance now. So the last one I think was around January. So we're probably due for another big rebalance coming up. I don't know if that's going to be next month. I'm guessing next month we'll probably see a rebalance or sometime within the next couple of months. But I would say probably twice a year now they're doing the big rebalances. So my guess is that is coming up very quickly. Cinema plus Mech says, I have a question about your TTS live giveaways thing. What is I don't know what TTS is, my man. I have no clue what a TTS is. But, you know, if you got a question, go ahead and ask, but you got to explain to me what a TTS is. Joker, what's going on, buddy? I lost where. Oh, there it goes. He says, don't chase the meta, master certain setups. I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, if you got the old stuff and that's all you can get and all you can play, you definitely got to work on it. I mean, that last live stream I did, I don't know if it was the last one, but last week I did a live stream with nothing but workshop bots for a full 2 hours, and it went just fine, right? Some had new weapons, some had older weapons, but it was all good. But Draco, there's no knowing what's going to get nerfed or when. That's the thing. Anything new is eventually going to be rebalanced. You could upgrade one of your brand new weapons and it could get rebalanced almost instantly. Or then again, you might upgrade it and it might not get rebalanced. So there's no way to really know when or what's getting changed, but nothing's safe, right? There's nothing in the game that's safe. I mean, there's old stuff that could be nerfed or buffed. You don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. But anything that's new is almost guaranteed to get downgraded at some time. Now, after that gets nerfed, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. But yeah, you said you got like the Howler or Screamer type of weapons. Those are really good in my opinion. Like the Mogwin type of weapons are really good. But Ataka wants to know about weapons to use for what exactly? That's the thing. Oh, for a Ravager. Alright. Somebody asked that a little bit earlier. Like I said, Pulsars are tearing it up on there. I love the Pulsars on there. Or if you can get the new weapons, right? The regulators. You really want to go with regulators if possible. But that thing gets crazy firepower boost. So, I mean, anything with good range is going to do well on that robot. Like I was saying, I don't remember if I've used the Nucleons or not, but I bet the Nucleons would do really well. But I'm preferably going to find something with a good 500-600 meter range, 800 meter range. Like if you have the Nanu weapons, those would be really good on there. Growlers would work. Disciplines would be good. Shiones would be good. Ultimate Ions would be really good. But, you know, you want to have some stuff with range. I wonder what Ultimate Punishers would be like. That would be interesting. Andrew says, if you go to My Games, click Advert Calendar and gifts for free data pads and free modules. Are you talking about the web shop, Andrew? The web shop often has some free stuff. Colburn, what's up, my man? How's your day? How's your day going? Lex Luthor, what's up? Good to see ya. Mary B says, I got scammed because I went broke on silver. Yep. The silver goes fast. I only upgrade stuff occasionally nowadays, so I've been able to save up a lot of silver. But between the operation passes, selling all the extra components I get that I don't want, and only upgrading usually 1 or 2 robots every once in a while, and maybe a set of weapons here and there, I've been able to save a lot of resources. Now, there was a time where I was probably playing the game a good 4 hours a day as well. Now I just get on for an hour or 2 every day. But if you play enough and do the operations passes, that's a lot of resources. Bruce says, I'll be glad when Pixonic stops hackers on Android. Yeah, you know, that will be great. That'll be great. What's up, Edward? Edward says, Pix can change anything at any time. Just enjoy and play with what you have. Yeah, like when you agree to that terms of service, you're basically agreeing that Pixonic can do anything to the game or your account. A lot of people don't read that stuff, but it does pretty much say, like, you know, it's their game. They can do what they want. They can change your stuff at any time, and you say, yes, I agree to that. So a lot of people don't read the terms of service. You probably should. I mean, if you're playing a game and you're going to start spending money on it, you really should go through that terms of service and see what's in there. Smilfy, y'all, what's up? How you doing today? He says something about Weber. Oh, yeah, Weber would be great on a Ravager, I think. Mary B says, the Ultimate Minos is the best robot because I like to ram. Ultimate Minos is pretty crazy. That is for sure. I'm not really sure when the anti-cheat's going to be ready for the mobile platforms, but we definitely need it. Smythe, y'all, says Weber takes out the Leo and the Nuo. I think just about anything takes out the Nuo because it's squishy, but yeah, I've seen a lot of those Leos go down quick when getting hit with those old sniper weapons. Oh, Pro iPad Gamer. Pro iPad Mobile Gaming. Your name's so hard for me to read. It's all ran together and the letters are so small. He said, I'm going to become the robot destroyer. All right, Richard said he's going to report every Japanese or Chinese clan I see. Things like that is why the report button doesn't work properly, because people are just report happy. They want to report everybody for everything all day long. There's thousands of, probably, I'm just guessing, there's probably hundreds or even possibly thousands of fake reports coming in day after day after day after day because people just want to report somebody for no apparent reason. That person didn't do nothing wrong, yet you're reporting them, and you wonder why we have so many hackers running around that don't get banned, because people misuse the report system, and it makes so, you know, they can't find the people who are really doing the hacking and whatnot because there's so many misused reports. Right? That's why that report button doesn't work right anymore, is because so many people just go in there and hit report, 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 report all day long. Oh, those guys were a Japanese clan. Report. Those guys were a Chinese clan. Report. That guy had a robot I didn't like. Report. Oh, I didn't like the weapons he was playing. Report, report, report. All right, that does nobody any good. That just screws up the whole entire system. Do not report people unless you're 120% sure they're actually cheating or doing something wrong. That's why the report system is broken. So many people just report everything and anything for no reason. They screw the whole thing up. What's up, devil? Smythe says Andrew Weber's bypass defense mitigation. Yes, they do. I think the crisis, not the crisis, but I think the Reapers do as well. Reapers, I've been shot out of the air with Reapers and those other weapons too. Alright, where are we on the chat here? Smythe said, today has been a hacker day. Every game. Yeah, it sucks when people do that. Why are people using Webers? Yeah, I mean, just to shoot stuff out of the sky. Are they better than regulators? Depends on what you're shooting. If you're trying to kill a Leo, yes, they are way better than the regulators. If you're trying to kill, like, Ares, I would go with the regulator. It just depends on what it is you're trying to destroy. Alright, Richard's going to report me. Alrighty then. Go for it. You'll just be misusing the report system just again, so. Joker says, I've been reported just because people are mad because they lost. Edward says, people report because their feelings get hurt. Skedaddle, what's up? He says, they gotta fix the FPS problem because my phone supports 90, but they still make me... Oh yeah, this game only runs at 30 or 60. So if you're playing on lower medium graphics, you can choose 30 frames per second or 60, but if you're playing on a high graphics, some phones can play it at 60, but some can only play it at 30. But honestly, I mean, for me, 30 frames per second is enough. I don't really care if I got 30, 60, 90, 120, 3 million. I can't really, after 60 frames per second, I can't really tell much of a difference, to tell you the truth. Alright, Draco says, can you suggest improvements on my Hangar? I got the Lynx with Embers, Raptor with Redeemer Magnetar, Ravager with Scotties, Scorpion Mogwin, Samjock with the Kryn Gingle. Alright, I'm not sure if I would really want to play the Embers on the Lynx. I mean, you got a good Hangar there. I would much rather play something easier to hit people with on the Lynx. I mean, I would do some Redeemers. What else? What else is good on the Lynx? Any type of shotguns, if you like playing it up close. Redeemers are great. The new Lenani weapons are amazing on there. Pretty much anything that does good damage. I mean, it really depends on if you're trying to play at close range, which you probably are. More than likely you are, because the ability only works at a close range. Oh yeah, the old school freeze rockets, not the cryos, but their big heavy brother. Whatever those things are called, those are good. The Joker says, Google, check your cache. Andrew says, hackers only get warnings, seen many. Now, they do boot a lot of hackers. They actually do boot a lot of them. Is there a sword giveaway in the future? Yeah, we're going to be giving away some swords here. Probably going to be starting that up next week, actually. Well, maybe this week. If everything goes right, we'll be starting the new giveaway maybe tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to start it tomorrow or Friday. Khalid, what's up, my man? Edward says, I truly hope Pix would address this rampant cheating. Now, I do think they are currently allowing some people to cheat because they are working on training the, I think, if I understand this correctly, well, I mean, this is just speculation here, right? I'm just speculating here why they might be letting some cheaters get away with it, but I think the anti-cheat they are running, they have to, like, if I was reading about this, okay, I was reading about the anti-cheat, and I think the developers have to train that anti-cheat or something. It's complicated. I didn't really understand it, but I was reading about the Novo one day and how it works, and it makes me wonder if maybe they're keeping some of them around just so they can train the thing, because it should be coming to Android pretty soon. But de novo sounds pretty crazy. It doesn't sound like you can just install it and it works. It sounds like there's a lot of work to get it working properly once you get it. But it's kind of a weird deal. Daniel Sykes says, PST is still hacking and ran into a crazy cheater last night. Yeah, I think there are a few people who have, figured out new hacks. Or one thing about an anti-cheat is it's never going to get anything. It's never going to get everything. I think once people get new hacks, they have to kind of program that into the anti-cheat, and then eventually the anti-cheat will fix that, but it's definitely going to cut it down. I don't think an anti-cheat is ever going to knock out cheating 100%, but I think it is going to reduce it by a lot. Smite says de novo is active on Android according to many. See, I don't know. There is a possibility that it's on there, but I did hear some rumors that it may be secretly live for testing. Is it true? I don't know. Is it rumor? I don't know. But that's something I've been hearing from a lot of people, that they may be testing it on Android right now. So, I mean, if that's the case, it's probably not like fully live. It's probably just kind of on there and they're, I don't know. Again, speculation, rumors, hearsay. But I hope they get it ready and fully live soon, because I get tired of the hackers for sure. Epic Gamer, what's up, man? He says the Feng bows are one of the top suggested for links. Those would probably be pretty darn good on there, to tell you the truth. I mean, they got a little bit of a long reload time now, but those would not be bad. Not bad at all. War Robot Silver Knight. I almost can't see which robot I'm fighting, so I just go blindly and fight them because my vision is too weak to see what I am fighting. I am 95% blind. I thought, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought you were going to say there was too many special effects on the map, making it hard to see, but that's even worse, man. I'm sorry you're 95% blind, but honestly, if you're playing the game and you're having fun, and that's awesome. Not that you're blind, but that you're actually able to play and enjoying yourself. Being that blind would be awful. But if you can find stuff, make the best of it, Edward said, yesterday I saw a Dagon moving so fast you just couldn't damage it. Silver Knight, man, I hope you're enjoying the game and still able to, have some fun in life. But it sucks humans have so many problems. Skedaddle says, I think the Lynx is more useful with mid-range weapons because it's kind of squishy And at first drop, I'm using it with Screamer, which works really well. Yeah, Screamers are good too. Yeah, I mean, Lynx is a little bit on the squishy side, but that's kind of why you got the ability. Plus, you got the insta-kill when somebody goes down below so much health, but you got to be pretty close for that to work. Alright, Devil says, I'm using Ravager with 5 shatters. I don't think I've ever tried that, but I can see that being pretty good, actually. Daniel Sykes is seeing new hacks. Yeah, unfortunately, you do see a lot of them. But eventually, Pixonic finds a way to stop those particular hacks, I've noticed. But yeah, there's always hackers out there. Hopefully like I said, man, hopefully De Novo goes fully live soon. Bruce says, I hate when my luchador gets one-shotted by regular robots. It doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I've got a battle rec account. I have every single robot in the game, every single weapon available to play on the account that Pixonic owns. I don't care if I set it up for pure damage. I can't kill certain robots in 1 or 2 or 3 shots like some of these people do. For example, when somebody comes up to my my Raptor with Mogwin type of weapons and they're 300 meters away and 2 shots pop and I die, that's not something you're able to do. I mean, the only thing I can think is maybe they had that mothership that gives you the crazy speed and the crazy damage, but I don't know. It seems pretty suspicious. But I cannot replicate the kind of damage some of these people are getting constantly, so when I see somebody doing that much damage, I automatically have to say that's probably somebody hacking. Probably a cheater. Yeah, I mean, something like a luchador should not get wrecked into little teeny pieces quickly. Something like a Raptor, especially once you got your repair amp charged up. Yeah, I mean, even my Leo, I've had people one-shot my Leo with regular weapons before, and I'm like, there's no freaking way. Oh yeah, it is, a lot of these people, these cheaters, they have meta accounts. They spend thousands of dollars on the game to get all the new stuff, and then they cheat on top of it. It's like, that's crazy. They have to be really bad players or they wouldn't be doing that. All right, 5x Havoc Ravager will sort of be good. I don't know. You could do it. It would be great. I mean, it's going to be great initial damage, but whether you like it or not is going to be a different story. If you can deal with the long reload times, if you can use the Ravager stealth, move around the map, get close, it's going to be hard to play, but it would definitely work if you're really good and comfortable playing the Ravager up close. But yeah, I mean, I've tried it with like the Mogwin type of weapons. I've tried it with a bunch of close range stuff, and it's super fun, but it's very hard to do well with. It's not really a robot designed for up close fighting, but if you want to get crazy, you can use it that way. But yeah, I mean, if you got the weapons and you got the robot, put them on there and try it and see if you like it. You're either going to love it or you're going to be like, nope, and then switch back to something else. But it'll definitely work. That actually sounds fun to try. But I did play a Mogwin Ravager, and I'm going to tell you what, it ripped people to pieces, but that's only if they didn't kill me first, because it's really not an up-close fighter. Is there a cheat for unlimited gold? Not that I know of. But, you know, if you got a few dollars, I mean, I remember when I used to buy like packs of 60,000 gold for like $4. MVP Killer says how to get the new latest robots and weapons. So generally, the most normal way to get the new stuff is to purchase data pads or buy the operations pass and get data pads out of that and open them. Generally, anything new is either going to be won out of a giveaway if you're extremely lucky, or if you're, you know, getting the data pads. But just about anything new is 90% of the time it's going to be in the data pads. Every once in a while you might see something in the leaderboards, but really it's just data pads. Edward says crazy hacks on raptors. The gamer says, Danny, I've gotten reconnect the fact you said regarding the stream on the past week. You can equip 2 more gas shields on the upper left and right section of the Ravager. Yeah, but then you would only have 2 weapons on it. Are you sure that would be enough weapons? Aku says, how are you even able to play then? What's up, Akuz? I'm not really sure what you're referring to there, but... Epic Gamer says, Danny seems to be behind the chat. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to read every comment and reply to all of these. I mean, it takes a few minutes per comment, so... Normally, the YouTube chat jumps and scrolls all the way down. Today, it's not doing that on me, so I'm actually able to read the comments in order. So I probably am behind on the chat. Okay. But yeah, Devil, I don't know if 5 shatters is good on your Ravager. I've never tried it, but if it's working, go with it. I mean, I bet it's pretty good. Lex says, Wu-Tang style blind pilot. There's a story there. What weapons are good on the Luchador? Alright, so when I play Luchador, I like the green acid shotguns. Those things are pretty good. I like the Avora and the Verons. And, you know, another one that's pretty good, not my favorite, is the Maha and the Maha Vajras. Those are the main 3 weapons I play on mine. I really like all 3 of those weapons on there. Which ones are the best will probably be personal preference, but I would say I like the Avoras and the Verons. Oh, sometimes I play the flamethrowers as well. I like the flamethrowers on just about everything, but on that robot, I generally play Veron and Avoras because I like to have a little bit of range, and I don't know, they're just nice. I don't have to get too close to anybody if I don't want to, and I can still shoot people from a distance, so those are pretty nice. Best Ravager weapons, definitely got to be the Regulators. I think the Regulators are the best weapons you're going to get for fighting most things. There might be a couple robots or things where it's not going to be your best bet, but you know, if you want to kill Titans with it, I haven't tried this yet. I'm actually planning on doing a video where I try out some Titan killing weapons for that thing, but I haven't tried it yet, so I can't guarantee if it's going to work. But I got a pretty cool idea for a Titan smashing Ravager. I don't know if I'm going to get to that this week or next week, but one or the other. But if you're trying to kill like the Leos or anything that's got a lot of damage resistance, the old school sniper weapons are pretty good, like the Webers and the Volts and the Gauss. I think the medium one is the Volt, or is it the Weber? Either way, whatever it is, those thingies. Daniel Sykes says Ravager is a Swiss Army build. Ravager is crazy. So we got like 12 different weapons on that thing. I think it holds about 12 weapons. At least it feels that way. Why do I dislike the Bersaglier? Well, I hate the way it moves. I hate it. I hate the way it... I hate the ability mechanics. They're backwards and they're confusing, and it works the opposite way of the way things should. I just can't stand playing that thing. I jump the wrong direction almost every single time. I think they messed up when they made that robot's ability. I think they truly messed up when they made that ability, and they sucked all the fun out of playing it. You know, it was supposed to jump backwards every single time. That's what the description was saying, that it's going to jump backwards. I was like, okay, that's going to be kind of cool. But now it jumps in the opposite direction. Now it jumps in the opposite direction of what you're moving, which in my opinion is just ridiculous. Alright. If I missed anybody's questions, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things to reply to here, and alright, I'm scrolling down to the newer part of the chat because I probably am way behind. Madeline, hello, hello. Radonculus. I should try the Raven with the homing missiles. Homing missiles. I'm not sure what you mean by homing missiles. There's probably a few different things, but yeah, if you had a Raven with some sort of weapons that wouldn't miss, that would be pretty good. What do I think with the Lynx with the Kieran? I mean, if you're comfortable playing the Lynx that close up, then yes, that would be great. That would tear some people to pieces if you're good with the Lynx. Not everybody's comfortable playing certain robots at really close range, but I think that would work great. Do drones get nerfed? Yes, occasionally. I've seen several drones get downgraded. Not as often, but it does happen. Robots Silver Knight says you need an instant kill with Samjock, otherwise it can regenerate in 1 second. Yeah, I mean, you need something that's going to take it out really quickly. Ravager is great for taking out a Samjock because if it comes out of the ability, you're going to hit it, it's done. Yeah, that thing is a pain. The Samjock is a pain. But yeah, if you can get it when its ability actually runs out and it can't go back into stealth for a few seconds, that's when it's easy to kill. Alright, Daniel Sykes said I started building Ravagers for the Ravager. That's a wicked build. Yes, it is. It's probably the most horrible build in the game right now because it wipes you out in 1 or 2 shots with most robots from all the way across the map. Crazy. Alright, so yeah, giveaways are very hard to win stuff. Like, giveaways are very hard to win stuff. There's always a lot of people and only so many prizes. Alright, Edward, you'd think it was hard to get used to the Ravager. I can't remember if... I feel like for me it was just kind of like second nature, but some robots, you know, everybody's different. Like, person A might pick up one robot and figure out how to play it instantly. The next guy might take a long time. You know, it's a little bit different. Like, I can't figure out how to play that stupid Devour Titan worth of crap. For some reason, mine dies so easy most of the time. I can't figure out how to play that worth a darn, but some people got a hold of that thing and they just started dominating with it. Madeline says, hey man, what's up? All good. All good here. Hope you're doing awesome. Alright. Devil says he's expecting a robot with 5 or 6 heavy weapons. I don't really want to see that. I mean, 4 heavy weapons is crazy. 6 would be brutal. I'm sort of expecting to see a robot that comes out with 6 heavy weapons, 4 mediums, and 12 lights. Imagine that. Imagine that. It would just be like a floating square that had weapons on the top, the sides, the bottoms. Skedaddle says he thinks the Ravena counters the Sam. It definitely could. But yeah, whiteout drone, if you're close to the Samjock and you got a whiteout and it can't go back into the ability, that's an excellent way to get it. For sure. Alright, Dragon has a game crashing in the middle of a battle. No, I haven't seen that happening, unfortunately. Are you losing Wi-Fi and then you get the little thing that says go back to Hangar? Or does the game actually like shut down completely? Now, the last couple of days I've definitely had games where, it told me reconnecting. Then finally it says hit the button to go back to your Hangar because for some reason my account disconnected from the server. Andrew says, I love waiting for the new sword robot at his jump point to kill him when he teleports back. Yeah, I mean, if you can get to wherever he took off from, that's a good strategy. Daniel Sykes said, I just realized last night that the Ravager heals up during or after the ability. Well, it's pretty squishy, so it definitely needs some healing. I don't remember if that's like the pilot, the drone, or the robot itself, but it definitely seems to get some good healing. My memory is terrible, so I don't remember which thing is causing that, but it might be. Let me look. Alright, the pilot, upon activation, he grants 15% increase in durability, as well as... Oh yeah, it also gets... Yeah, that's the pilot. It also gets durability regeneration for the duration of the ability. So that's the pilot that causes that. Mustafa says, I have Baglayer with Prismas, and I got Crisis. Thinking to build him with Gauss or Flux. Alright, so Mustafa, the Flux, the last time I played them, they were some of the worst weapons I've ever played. They didn't really seem to damage anything. I don't know. I haven't tried them lately, but going by my last experience with them, I would say I don't think I would build Flux. Now Gauss, alright, Gauss and Prismas are two of my favorite longer range weapons in the game. Those are both pretty amazing. But Flux was really, I mean, I can't describe how bad it was last time I played it. Edward said, I saw Adrian run the arm weapons on the Ravager. It was nuts. Devil says, I have killed many with one shot. I have Crisis Mark II with Gauss Mark III and Drone with 50% more damage and other damage specifications. Yeah, Crisis Reaper, I mean, that's a powerful build. I've been shot out of the air by plenty of those. What Titan is best? Rock with shield or the bow? I'm not sure what you mean by that exactly. Rock with shield or the bow? Do you mean the rook? Maybe you're talking about rook or the Baglasari. I'm not 100% sure. Personally, I don't know. I like the rook better than Baglasari personally, but I don't like that thing in general. I do have fun playing the rook though. Angry Birds. Alright, Scorpion or Shenlao? Well, I personally like playing the Scorpion better than the Shenlao. Now, is it actually better than the Shenlao? I think that's really going to be a personal preference thing. So, I like the fact that when my Scorpion teleports in, if things go wrong or if things are bad, I can leave almost instantly. To where if the Shenlao teleports in and you're like, oh crap, I gotta get out of here. You gotta wait X amount of time before you can teleport to the next player. I don't know. I personally have better luck playing the Scorpion right now after they, nerf the teleport time on the Shenlao. So I don't really like the Shenlao. Personally, I like the Scorpion better, but somebody else may feel the opposite way, so I do think that one will be personal preference. Alright, Madeline says, what should we build first, the sword or the Leo? My god, they're both awesome. Do you want like an attack assassin, or do you want something that's more like a tank? I guess that's what's really going to boil down to is what are you more interested in playing, a tank or a flying attack assassin? Now, I will say the sword is a lot more fun. I do see a lot of people are starting to figure out how to play against it better. But if you want fun, go with the sword. If you just want something that's going to be durable and help your team out, go with the Leo. But yeah, Leo and Sword, I love them both. I mean, Leo is one of my favorite robots now because it's harder to kill than most. But the Sword is so fun. ACDC says, Sword! Hey, Rico, good to see ya. Jamil, we got Jamil in the house. Hades! What's up, guys? Yeah, Hades, I can't really tell you anything about what they're doing as far as hacking on Android, but there are some rumors that they currently have the anti-cheat possibly going, and they're training it with the current hackers. I'm not 100% sure if this is true because I'm pretty sure there would have to be something notifying you though if you were downloading a anti-cheat on your device. So part of me wonders if that's real or fake, but there's a lot of rumors there. When it's actually going to be ready for Android, I have no idea. I hope it gets on there soon is all I can say. But I've been hearing a lot of interesting rumors about it might be being tested or trained currently on Android. So I hope this is true because that probably means, if it is, that probably means sometime soon it'll be fully active. But all I can say is, though, that's just speculation and rumor at the moment. I hope there's some truth to it, but I can't guarantee it. Alright, Luchador looks chunky. I guess we'll have to put him on a diet. Is Shell still a good robot? I think Shell is one of the worst robots I've ever played, so I would say no. Every once in a while I see somebody playing a Shell and you can't kill it. I'm pretty sure that's a cheater. I've tried to copy their exact builds and did not get even close to what they were doing with their Shell, so I think Shell is a horrible robot personally. I would never play one. It's, I'd almost rather play a Cossack, to tell you the truth. They seem to have about the same amount of durability. ACDC, you think there's a lot of hackers on a PC again? What's better, Ravager or the Ultimate Riker? I would say hands down right now the Ravager is way better than the Riker. I mean, the Riker is cool, it's got a really strong ability, but the Ravager is just super deadly. Super deadly. Now, last time I played the Ultimate Riker, it was really squishy. I wonder if they've changed it, but when it first came out, it died really easily. I didn't really like it. I thought the ability was great, but it was too squishy for me. So that's weird. You think the I think the Ravager is more durable than the Ultimate Riker, at least going by last time I played the Ultimate Riker. But I mean, if you got them both and they're both leveled up, definitely play the one that you like better. Normally I try most Ultimate robots once or, you know, I play a few games with them here and there and make a video about it, then I don't play most of them again. But I didn't like the Ultimate Riker. Epic Gamer had to do something urgent. It's all good, man. Hopefully whatever it was is, hopefully it was nothing bad. Hopefully the FBI wasn't knocking at your door trying to arrest you for serial killing robots. Alright. If I could run a singular weapon on a robot like the Leo, what would it be? A singular weapon. I don't know. One single weapon is normally almost worthless. Maybe one of those new arm weapons, because they seem to do a lot of damage to Titans. I haven't really tried those out on a lot of stuff yet, but maybe one of those. I don't know. I mean, if that was the case, if I had a Leo with one weapon slot, I might not even put a weapon on it. I would say, well, maybe a Ravager. I don't know. Maybe not a Ravager. Maybe a Discipline. Maybe a Regulator. I guess I would try different things until I found a single weapon that I seemed to like on it. Hades says, now everyone reached 9K already. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Smileys, what's up, my man? ACDC says upgrade tokens on extermination. Yeah, if you're able to do extermination and get all the way through it, those upgrade tokens are awesome. I struggle to finish that though. I'll spend like an hour playing that stupid thing, and half the time I'm not able to get the upgrade tokens because what most people I know do that play that, they completely rearrange their hangar. They build a hangar just for that mode, and they have to have everything maxed. It's a freaking nightmare. It's a nightmare trying to do that mode. Every time I just want to start punching in the computer screen when I try to win all the prizes from extermination mode. I mean, I just get so mad, I stop playing it. It's the most frustrating, irritating thing ever. If it upsets me that much, I'm not going to bother with it. That's how I look at it. Oh, Kron's here. What's up, Kron? Vijay? Good to see ya. Devil says, I have to decide my hangar into 5 categories. Snipers, tanks, attackers, support, and sabotage. How much platinum on leaderboards, and how to get those data pads. All right, so you're wanting to get the ultimate data pads from the leaderboards? I think that's what you're asking. I mean, basically each leaderboard will tell you what you have to do. So right now there's 2 leaderboards up, and when you open one, right, you'll see a little round circle with an eye. You click on that, it's going to tell you the things you can do to earn points. So each one's going to have different tasks. So for example, right now there's one that says we need more data. It's got a ultimate data pad in it. So you get 15 points for winning a battle, or you get 730 points for every robot data pad silver that you open. So opening silver robot data pads and winning battles, of course, I don't know how many battles you would have to win to get 20,000 points. You know, 15 into 20,000, I don't know how many battles that is. That's a lot. So you almost have to open the robot data pads, the silver ones, in order to get that. I mean, bottom line is, it's really hard to, if you're not buying the operations passes or going into the specials and buying those, regular data pads, you're probably not going to be able to get through these leaderboards. That's the thing. You almost have to spend money to finish the leaderboards. But when it comes to platinum, I mean, each leaderboard's different. Like the current leaderboard, I don't think there's any platinum on it. There's 2 of them up right now. So it really just depends on, it'll show you what the prizes are. So, I mean, if one is giving out platinum, it'll tell you how much it's giving out. What's up, Ab? How are you today? Robot Silver Knight says, Pixonic should reduce the time for the upgrades or reduce the amount of gold. It's either take too long or too expensive. If you can spend a few bucks on those cheap gold packages, though, I mean, that's what I do with most of my gold, is just use it to finish upgrades faster. But it would be nice if those upgrades were all just free, to tell you the truth. Alright, Skedaddle's building a Hellburner just for extermination mode. That's cool. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried a Hellburner in extermination, but I could see how that would be pretty good if it doesn't die quickly. Epic Gamer says, do you think that the arm weapon and the Aopo drone could possibly give the Cossack a chance in Champion? If you're lucky, you'll get 1 or 2 kills with it before you die. Most of the time, probably none, but nah. I don't think that would make it good in Champion. It might make your chances slightly higher of getting a kill every once in a while, but I don't think that's going to help it out very much. Oh, total platinum cost. Oh, AC/DC. I see what you're saying. I'm not 100% sure how much platinum you need to spend. You would almost either have to do it and add it all up or get out your calculator and figure it out, but I actually don't know offhand. I am not good with math whatsoever. I am very, 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 very bad with math, so I couldn't tell you how much platinum you have to spend on that. But yeah, you pretty much got to upgrade Titans and weapons for that one. But yeah, I really don't know. I'm sorry, but I have no clue on that one. I am not a math magician. Hey Patrick, how you doing today? All right. Skedaddle says the extermination mode cheat code is the armadillo drone. So he's got a really good point here. Armadillo, if you put armadillo on a robot, it almost never dies. So yeah, maybe if you put an armadillo on the Hellburner, that thing might run through there and just destroy stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people like the Seraph in extermination mode. A lot of people like the Samjock in there. A lot of people like the Ochikochi. I'm not really sure what the current best robot. At one time, Angler was amazing in there, but Jay wants to see an ultimate Cossack. Jamil said last Titanic effort events for leaderboard. I was able to accomplish it because there was a 25% discount. Now that would be good, actually. Daniel Sykes got a second armadillo. Nice. AC/DC says armadillo on the Raptor or Shell is crazy on extermination mode. The other thing the other thing I hate about extermination mode is you have to have 2 hangars set up. That makes me so mad. 2 hangars, that's ridiculous. I complained a lot about having to have 2 hangars to do extermination. That makes me mad. Which robots have all 3 weapon slots? Light, medium, and heavy. There's not very many. I can only recall maybe 1 or 2 robots that are like that, and I don't remember what they are offhand. There's a couple of robots like that, but not very many. Light, medium, and heavy. Something came out not too long ago that had 1 light, 1 medium, and 1 heavy, but I don't remember. Flavhab, what's up, man? AC/DC says Teth. Teeth? Teth? What? What is that there? I don't know. Oh yeah, Skyros has all three. That's right. Kron, good call, my man. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. So I guess it wasn't, you know, it was kind of a little while ago. ACDC says new bot has all three. Which new bot? The sword has 2 mediums and 2 lights. I'm not sure what you're referring to by the new bot. Alright, Patrick, I don't know what you just said there. It looks like you're speaking in ancient Viking or something. What new bot has all three? You guys are confusing me here. New bot has all three. Oh, are you talking about the new thing on the test server? Alright, Jamil says the golem. Yeah, that's something people can't get anymore though. Golem was kind of crappy. Oh man, Epic Gamer says if you could have a robot with 500,000 hit points, they could have 2 drones, but one has no ability. Which drones would you pair with it? Gosh. You're saying one of the drones wouldn't do anything? I mean, what would be the point? I mean, if you had 2 drones, one had an ability and the second one did nothing, then I guess I would just run any drone that had a weapon on it for the second one. Maybe I'm not understanding your question, but I mean, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. Oh, Teth is the new upcoming robot. Gotcha. Okay, now I understand what you guys are saying. The new test server robot. Devil says drones are so difficult to upgrade for free play. Oh, they are. Personally, I think it's almost like $50 to upgrade a drone these days. I am very, very careful. Like when I get drones, you know, I'm really careful. Like if I decide I want to upgrade a drone, I'm like, I look at how many resources I have and I'm like, do I really want to upgrade that? Because I don't want to have to buy a whole bunch of those resources to upgrade drones. Most drones I only upgrade one of. I mean, every once in a while I might do like a second one, but I'm trying to be as stingy as possible with my drone resources because my God, it's expensive. Oh man. Skedaddle says Cossack with the Apo and a Nuo link. I wonder how that would go. That would be interesting, actually. That would be really interesting. If I ever get a pilot dedicated, what ability would it have? The nuke. It would destroy everything on the battle. It would destroy everything on the battlefield with one shot. I don't know. I mean, I would probably want a pilot that worked on any robot and gave it a lot of defense points because robots need defense points to survive. Jamil says 4 Leos and a Nuo link to the Cossack. Yeah, that would be pretty redonkulous. Okay, I get what you're saying, Epic. So you can have 2 drones, but the robot doesn't have an ability. Well, more than likely, I would give it a shy drone because shy is good on pretty much everything. The second drone, I would probably go with a... I mean, I guess it would depend on the robot, but... Shy for sure. Shy would be 1. And probably the Hawkeye for number 2. Or maybe even 2 Hawkeyes for the double healing. I would test out those 2 options. Shy and Hawkeye or dual Hawkeyes. A Cossack Titan. That would be fun, actually. Did they nerf the Paladin? Not that I know of. I mean, not as far as I know, they didn't nerf any motherships recently. I mean, the last big nerf cycle I think was around January, and I can't really remember what was on it. But I think we're going to be due for another big nerf cycle coming up pretty soon because we're about 6 months into the year, so I'm guessing the next big rebalance is coming soon. But, over the last couple of nerf cycles, there were definitely some motherships that got nerfed, but I don't remember which ones. Jamil says, Ultimate Punishers and Avengers feel way less DACA nowadays. Rico says, nice games, Danny. Rico, thanks, buddy. Gatto, he says, they have something on Call of Duty. Not sure what, but... The last Call of Duty game I played was years ago. I don't even know what the new ones are like. I think the first or the last Call of Duty I ever played was the one where you first got to run on walls for the first time. I didn't like that one. Pianosaurus, hello, hello. How you doing today? We don't have any giveaways currently going. If there is a giveaway, you got to enter the giveaway just like everybody else. Dragon says, I still use Paladin. I mean, Paladin's a nice mothership. Most of the motherships are pretty decent. Oh, Gatto means the nuke that kills everybody on the battlefield. Imagine if they actually added that. That would be horrible. But yeah, Call of Duty does have something like that. Gatto says, Danny, your man cave is pretty sweet. I wish I had a man cave. I have this little teeny tiny room and a million things jammed into it. It's not, I mean, you guys get to see like a small portion of the room on camera. It's okay, but yeah, this just a little teeny room. I mean, I got like one side of the room is my bedroom. The other side, I have this little like 4 foot by 5 foot section to work with my YouTube studio. I need a bigger room. I need a much bigger room. I have too many things and not enough places to put them. But thank you. Alright, War Robot Silver Knight said, you know, I just found somebody with 2097 million damage in War Robots. That sounds like a hacker. That sounds like a super hacker right there. Yeah, I never got a whole lot of kill streaks on Call of Duty. I sucked at it. I was pretty terrible at Call of Duty. I'm not sure if I ever got a nuke on Call of Duty, but I do remember that. I'd be lucky to get like the first or second kill streak on there. Yamara says Lynx. What about Lynx? Lynx is a pretty nice robot, actually. It's really fun to play. I mean, it's not one of the best robots in the game or anything, but last time I played the Lynx a couple of weeks ago, I really enjoyed it. It did pretty good. Daniel Sykes says Black Ops Zombies was the best. Was that like in an old amusement park? I can't remember. I played something with zombies, and I think you were in like a amusement park. Was that Call of Duty or was that something else? Am I starting a new account? No. So let's just say you uninstall the game and reinstall it. It always starts you off in a hangar, like a brand new hangar. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to play a few games and record it before I load into my real account. Links with current. Oh, that would be really good, actually. I mean, you got to be comfortable playing the links at really close distances, but I think that would be a really good setup if you are comfortable playing the links at close range. If you're not comfortable playing the links at close range, then it may not be the best bet, but I mean, those weapons hit really hard. They're brutal. So if you're a good links player, I think you would love those. Skadiddle says Beholder is too OP. Yeah, you know, some of the motherships that hit you and do crazy amounts of damage they kind of get old. Abraka, what's up, my man? Alright, what if Epic Gamer says, what if you could equip 2 Aopos on a bot? It'd have a massive 1.3 million hit points since the bot has 500,000 of base. I don't know, my man, but unfortunately we can't do 2 drones. I mean, that's probably good that you can't. I really hope that never becomes a thing, because imagine have to level up 2 drones for each robot or something. That would suck. You'd have to have 10 drones just for 1 hangar. So personally, I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of 2 drones. Man. Alright, we only got about 10 more minutes left on the live stream. Left 4 Dead. Daniel Sykes. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Left 4 Dead. I've never played those. Is Left 4 Dead isn't that a mobile game? I've heard of it. I used to play some sort of zombie game. It was in an amusement park. You'd have to run around the amusement park, and you'd have to like collect certain things to turn power on here, power on there. It would be like a whole group of people playing together. I'm pretty sure that was a Call of Duty game. I don't know. Dragon says, "Roar." Are you roaring? Are you roaring at us now? Devil says, I have the most annoying mothership. I will say, though, I like most of the motherships in the game, except for the first couple of basic ones aren't that great. To me, it felt like today's live stream has been going on for hours. Most of the time it goes by really fast. I feel like I've been here for like 12 hours. I don't know why. Time's going by really slow today. Normally the day goes by and I'm like, man, where'd all the time go? Today it feels like a really long day. Sometimes that's good though. ACDC says, I only remember Resident Evil. I used to love the original one. I think that was on a PlayStation. That was a fun game. Jamil says, you need food. Devil says, which robots can kill other robots with only the... Well, Lynx can. If somebody's low enough on health, Lynx can do it. Raptor, I mean, sometimes, I'm not so much anymore, but when Raptor first came out, I would run it without weapons and go into a free-for-all and beat everybody up. The Samjock can definitely do it. What else? What else? What else? I mean, most robots don't have a strong enough built-in weapon to do that. Dragon says Fafnir. Now, back in the day, I think right now the Fafnir's weapon is weak, but back in the day, it would wipe you out. It was redonkulous. The Aljun, yeah, if you can get the flamethrower to work on the Aljun, that might actually work, but half the time the flamethrower doesn't come on. I don't think there's a lot of robots that currently have a strong enough ability to wipe you out by itself, but I guess the sword robot, right? You don't need weapons on the sword robot. Dragon, yeah, Demeter should... The Demeter's healing doesn't... It's not supposed to do any damage, so... Maybe somebody else shot you and you just thought it was the Demeter killing you. I don't know. But yeah, that's not supposed to damage you. Oh, Ochikochi can maybe possibly kill somebody without any weapons. Oh yeah, ducks. Ducks. The only thing about the ducks is, though, if you want your ability to fire, you have to have weapons on the robot. If I remember correctly, it's either it won't shoot without weapons, I think. Midnight says the Ochikochi was the worst. Man, there's so many robots when they first came out that you're just like, these are ridiculous. But there's a lot of robots. I mean, the Leech was horrible when it came out. People were running around with Leech with those... some kind of shotguns on it. I can't remember which ones. That was a brutal monster back in its heyday. That stupid flying robot. Oh man, the Hawk. Jesus. That thing was a nightmare back in the day. Do you guys remember the Hawk? Oh, that was awful. Daniel Sykes says Lynx. That's the first one I mentioned, actually. Skedaddle is now mentioning the Hawk as well. Yeah, Hawk was nasty. It was nasty. That's one of the robots that I hated more than anything. I would always scream, I hate Hawk. That robot, that was one of my least favorite robots ever. But right now, the Ravager with all those long-range weapons that beat you up so quickly is making me very angry. I hate that. $500 million. I do remember seeing a couple of guys here and there that had crazy amounts of damage, but anybody that has huge damage like that, you know they're not legit. You know they're doing something they're not supposed to. Gatto says, Daniel Sykes, I can't see your messages. I think I blocked you by accident. Well, I think if you go into your YouTube settings somehow, you can find people that you blocked and unblock them. I think you have to go to YouTube Studio to do it. Now, on your phone, YouTube Studio is a separate app. On the PC, it's part of YouTube, but it would actually be pretty easy to block somebody by mistake. Alright, Epic says, what do I think about a robot with no weapons that can link to a friendly robot and enemies' weapons so that you can have those weapons temporarily? That sounds like a fun idea, but also a pain in the butt. I mean, that sounds like a really fun idea, but if you weren't linked to somebody, you wouldn't have any weapons. That would be weird. I don't know if that would be fun to play or horrible to play. That's one of those things where you'd almost have to try it to know if you liked it or not. I can see that being awful and amazing at the same time. But I don't know. Doesn't really sound like my cup of tea. I want something that has weapons 24 hours a day. I don't think I want to have to link to somebody to be able to shoot at the enemies. Which sports do you like to play? Well, when I was a kid, I used to really like football. And then when I was a teenager, I really liked playing basketball, along with BMX bikes and skateboarding. Like X Games style stuff. But, I remember gym class. I loved dodgeball. Dodgeball was fun. Volleyball was fun. Kickball was fun. Excellent, says the storm here is for... Oh, you're having a storm, man? I hope all is okay. I don't like storms anymore. I am not a fan of storms. So hopefully it blows over soon and isn't too bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have a regular robot that could link to a Titan, that would be crazy. Warrobot Silver Knight says, for a blind person, he's getting around 2 million damage per battle on average. But yeah, man, if you're having fun, that's really what matters, right? If you're enjoying yourself, having fun with it, that's all that matters. I think that would be really hard to play video games if you can't see well, but that's awesome you can do it. So I'm pretty sure, though, people have actually pitched the copycat idea to Pixonic before, and they said the amount of coding to make that happen would be unreal. So I don't think Pixonic's ever going to bring anything out like that. A lot of people were asking for that in the past, and I think they pretty much said there's no possible way to do that without, like, pretty much rewriting the entire game or something. So I don't think that's really going to be an option, to tell you the truth. Cool idea, though, but... Excellent. Said lightning just struck a few feet from his house. Yeah, our house has been hit by lightning a couple of times. I'm pretty sure. Remember, what was it? Something, I remember lightning hit us once and it ruined something. I don't remember if it was the stove or... It ruined something. This was when I was like a little kid. No, this was a crazy... When I was out, I was driving I used to drive a FedEx truck. I used to deliver packages to people's houses. Now I remember being in a lightning storm in the FedEx truck. I'm setting at a red light. And oh god, this was crazy. So I'm setting at a red light in the FedEx truck. And lightning seriously strikes maybe like 15 foot in front of my truck. And there was a bus stop, right? There was a bus stop right next to my truck. It was a metal bench. The bench was metal. And there were people sitting on it. And luckily, they didn't get zapped, thank God. But these people jumped off of that bench. Like, they jumped. Like, I will never forget this. I mean... I'm pretty sure they probably crapped their pants as well. But you saw those 2 or 3 people come up off of that bench. They went straight up in the air. I mean, you know, people jump when they get scared. Oh my god. That was crazy. And I was just thinking, they are so lucky they were not struck by lightning, you know? That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. All right, guys and girls, that's pretty much it for our stream time today, though. Our stream time is about up. So let me see if there's any last-minute questions here. But yeah, I gotta get off here. Actually gotta... Yeah, okay. I'm thinking out loud for a second. Jesus wins. Hello, hello. Oh, you just got here too. Unfortunately, some of you guys are coming in right at the end though, but that's a bummer. Jogo, he says, after 6 months, I got my favorite robot ducks. Congrats, man. Can you get its pilot anywhere in the game? I don't... See, that's the rough thing, is getting pilots is hard. I'm not sure if there's any pilots in the current data pads or not. You might want to look through the current data pads and see what's in there. One thing I don't like is how a lot of pilots are really hard to get, unfortunately. Alright, so... Okay. It looks like in the... Is Willow the pilot for the Ducks? I'm trying to remember. There's definitely a bunch of pilots in the silver data pads. I think Willow belongs to the Ducks. I would have to look. I've got a very bad memory. The silver red data pads do not have pilots. And the silver purple has a couple of pilots, but the silver blue might have that in there. I think that's the Ducks pilot in there. So silver blue data pads, take a look in there. I'm pretty sure that's got the pilot you're after. Now let's see what's in the I guess there's no common gold data pad, but it looks like that's probably about the only way to get that right now. But anyways, guys and girls, I think that's going to be it for the day. If anybody's just tuning in, I apologize. But unfortunately, I can't stream all day long. But I was just going to say something that I forgot what it was. I suck. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for watching my live streams. It's always good getting to hang out with you guys. It's always fun. But yeah, I guess we'll be back next live stream. I'll be back on Thursday and Saturday for some gameplay streams. Hope to see you there. But I got to go and have a wonderful rest of your day. And we will catch you next time. Lightning out. You guys and gals are awesome. And we will see ya.